All right, so Robin and I are going to talk today about dry January and your liver. And you may be asking, what do those have in common? Well, our liver is not the most sexiest organ, but it's like one of the most important organs that we have. And so we're going to be talking about dry January, the purpose of that. And then I think that's more important to talk about the dry January first, Robin, and then we'll talk about the liver because this will kind of
Good.
dovetail into why dry January is important. So I'll let you talk about that.
Oh, what do you want?
No,
Want me to
I'll let you
talk
talk
about?
about dry January and the alcohol.
Okay, dry January. We all know that alcohol is a carcinogen, or maybe we don't know that. And what this does is it's a disruptor for your cellular mechanics in your body, right? So it's not good for you. I mean, there's a reason that they say limit your alcohol intake to what is it, 2 drinks for women? No, 2 drinks for men a week and one for women, whatever. I can't remember the real
I think
statistics,
that
but I think that's it. Yeah. And there's a reason for that because it does mess you up. Alcohol will help you. Like I went kind of pretty much alcohol free last year because I had surgery, both shoulders, right? And it disrupts your healing process. So, which leads me to what I'm going to tell you after I'm done telling you about this latest study. So, it's funny that Kim and I were going to talk about this today because there's a new study that was just out today from the New England Journal of Medicine about alcohol. So, just reducing or eliminating your alcohol can reduce your risk of mouth and esophageal cancer. Not by percentage, not by anything, just flat out reduce it. So, if you cut back or you totally eliminate it, your uh, probability of getting the mouth and esophageal cancer is gone. And to me, I was kind of surprised by that, and I think the doctor that was talking about it was too, because you think of mouth cancer and esophageal cancer as cigarettes typically, but it's alcohol too. So the less you drink or alcohol, the less chance you're going to have of getting that cancer. So that was interesting that that came out today. And I want to show you guys because I know I'm going to show you at the end. I'm going to go ahead and let Kim go ahead and talk about her part of dry
Oh,
January, and then I'm going to show you some examples of some
yeah.
things.
Well, and dry January is, if you haven't heard of it, it's typically people choose January to detox from alcohol and not drink it. That's why it's called dry January. I don't know when it started, but it's been
I looked at that this morning, and I forget what it said now.
yeah. But I want to talk about your sexy liver because our, our liver is sexier than you think because it does so many things for it. I want to share with you why our liver is like so important. You may think your heart or your brain, and they are very important organs, but the liver is one of the most important overlooked organs that we have. And I'm going to read just a few facts about our liver too, if you kind of like wonder, okay, I don't think about my liver. So what about it? So it is actually our heaviest organ, believe it or not. It can also grow back. It only needs like a quarter of itself to grow back, which is pretty cool. It holds 10% of our blood, which is pretty amazing. And maybe that's why it's so heavy, because it's holding all that blood. It performs over 200 important bodily functions, which it's probably you don't realize that. A lot of it's detoxing, but it does over 200 functions. And it also can help process an ounce of liquor an hour. But I want to share a little bit more about that because if you're a woman or person over 50, your metabolism, you metabolize alcohol differently than you did when you were younger. And when you drink alcohol, your body stops burning fat and everything your liver just goes to focusing on getting rid of the alcohol because it uses it as a toxin. So what it does, it wants to, so it can stop fat burning from 24 to 48 hours. And so your fat burning's on hold while your liver's trying to get rid of the toxin and to get it out of your body, to get it out as soon as it can, because that's what the liver does. So the liver is like a hard working organ. And we and I say this many times, we live in a toxic world where our liver has to detox so many things. If we eat ultra processed foods, the fast foods, the inflammatory seed oils, the sugar, all the things that cause inflammation in our body, the liver is working overtime. So alcohol just adds to it. So I want you to love your liver. And to love your liver, it's like eating clean food, whole foods, less processed foods. Alcohol is not your friend, unfortunately. But no judgment. I choose not to drink. I don't like alcohol, and I don't like the way it makes me feel. So it's easy for me not to drink it. So but just take this knowledge for what it is, and see how it can apply maybe to your life, or if things aren't going for you in the way you want health-wise, maybe if you're consuming alcohol on a regular basis, maybe that could be an issue. So it's just, focusing on whole foods, like we've talked about almost every time.
Yeah. Numerous times before.
Yeah. But so many people are getting non-alcoholic liver disease, fatty liver disease. I don't know if you've heard it, but it used to only be alcoholics that got fatty liver disease. Now there's a term non-alcoholic fatty liver disease because we're eating too much sugar. We're eating too much of the things that are not serving us. So that's a huge issue, which it leads to pre-diabetes, type 2 diabetes. You don't want to get that. That's a lifestyle disease. You can choose not to get that by your lifestyle. So I want to pass it back to you, Robin, so you can talk a little about dry January.
Yep. Metabolizing, if that doesn't change your attitude toward it, I mean, people always are like, oh, my metabolism and metabolizing. Look, if you want it to metabolize correctly, cut back, cut down, or cut it out. Now, unlike Kim, I do enjoy my glasses of wine, right? But I really have cut back a lot. And what helped me was actually going through those surgeries, because I got away from it. And then I looked back and I was like, ooh, I was kind of drinking a lot of wine there, and couldn't have been good for my body. So I'm glad that I did that. And so I have a tip for you, because a lot of people are like me, and they say, oh, but I love the taste of wine, or I love a good beer on a hot day. Guess what? All the beer makers and the wine makers have changed things so that you can have something with lower alcohol or no alcohol. So I'm not a sponsor of BrewDog, but they are local, and they have this. And I'm telling you, these taste just like an Elvis juice, or that they have, which a lot of people drink this. I know, not this one, right? They drink the regular Elvis juice. This tastes just like it. And this low alcohol, it's a very low alcohol. Yes.
I have never heard of Elvis juice. What is that?
Oh, you haven't?
No.
It's the one of their types of beer.
Oh, it's a beer
that BrewDog makes.
And
yeah,
so
this
that's
is
a
beer.
non-alcoholic version. Okay.
But this is the non-alcoholic. See the AF. Yeah.
I know what that is.
And yeah. Anyway, and then there's all kinds of different ones. Here's another one that I found, because I like dark beers.
So
I'm
now,
yeah,
okay.
and
I got to tell you, I've been to breweries before, and they say, "Oh, here's some blueberry beer."
Yeah,
it does not taste like blueberry. Where's the blueberry in the beer? Is there really peanut butter in there?
I don't think, but it's like it does taste delicious. I love these. And this is what I kind of, if I felt like I wanted to have a beer or something, like if there was a football game on, I like to have a beer. And when I was going through my surgery recovery, that's why I have these. And then this is another one, my friend Katy Perry, she devised, and it's DeSoy. Actually, there are great ingredients in these, and I was reading them off to Kim, and the sugar is very low in these. This is 6%, and this white is 7%. So these are supposed to be, if you like wine, that you do this instead. And what these have in it, there's really good L-theanine is in here, green tea, and reishi mushroom. So people have heard people talking about how good mushrooms are for you. And the same things in here. She has lemon balm, theanine, and green tea, but they taste like wine. So, and low sugar. So there are mocktails that you can do if you really, now, and there's a lot of people that are like, Robin, be quiet. I don't want to stop. And that's fine. drink what you want. But if you are feeling like, you know what, I kind of maybe do want to cut back a little bit, start cutting back with something like this. And it makes a difference. And you feel like if you're a party, oh yeah, I'm going to have a glass of soy instead. So that's my 2 cents.
Does it say,
And I am going dry January after my birthday. Monday is my birthday. So I am going, I got to have a cocktail on my birthday. So a real one, I'm going to have a real one. But then I am as well. I mean, I'm going to go dry January myself.
good for
So,
you, and you can make dry January anytime you want it. It can be dry
yeah.
February.
Oh, and then also with dry January, there's been studies done because people say, does it really help you stop your alcohol intake or limit it or get better? And yes, they did like a 6-month study, and they found that people that did dry January, that 6 months after the fact, their alcohol intake was a lot less or nothing at all. So
No,
it does work. It does
yeah,
work.
yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question about, because it says has a green tea leaf caffeine, or does it just say green tea or green tea? Because there's caffeine in green tea. So I wonder, does it say there's caffeine in that? Did you see?
Um, let's
Just
see.
because,
From green tea, uh, doesn't, oh, if you are pregnant, please consult with a physician. That's probably because of all the natural things that are in it. Doesn't say.
well, I was just curious. So I would just be aware of that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
don't drink it too late. But anyway,
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
that's good.
Well, and two, listen, don't drink regular alcohol too late because it's a sleep disruptor.
Absolutely.
So either way, I wouldn't drink any of it. Or don't drink water too late either, because that's a sleep disruptor too.
It'll make you have to get up. Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, thank you for sharing
Yeah.
that. Thanks for sharing
Yep.
those products, because I think that's good to know some alternatives if they
Yeah.
want to have that beer taste or the wine taste with a little healthier version. So that sounds good. All right.
Exactly.
Well, thank you. And we hope you stay young, live young, have fun, and
Yep.
Happy New Year. And we will
Yep.
see you next week. All right.
See you next week.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.